Hello everyone. In the previous video, I have discussed about genetically engineered insulin, which is produced by the use or application of genetic engineering or otherwise by the application of biotechnology. Now let's see the second, that is the second application of biotechnology in the field of medicine, and that is here we are talking about gene therapy. Gene therapy. Now one question is there, that if a person is born with a hereditary disease, can a corrective therapy be taken for such a disease? मतलब क्या हुआ कि कोई एक some person one person is there and that person is born with some hereditary disease. So can it be corrected? Can it be possible to provide a treatment where this hereditary disease can be treated? So answer to this we will be able to understand or find out. Let us continue with the topic of gene therapy. First of all, let us understand what does gene therapy mean. Gene therapy का मतलब क्या है? As the name suggests here, gene means what? The treatment is provided at the gene level. The treatment has to be done at the gene level. Means what over here? This is a technique of genetic engineering. This is a technique of genetic engineering to replace or correct a defected gene. Whatever defected gene is present, either that has to be corrected somehow or it has to be replaced by a correct type of gene here, so that it is able to perform the function of the defected gene. Once again, what is that? This is a technique of genetic engineering in which what happens, the defected gene is either replaced or it is corrected. And if replacement is taking place, who will replace that? A normal gene. A normal functional gene has to replace this so that it is able to function and produce the substance which that gene was supposed to produce. That gene means over here I am talking about the defected gene. Instead of defected gene, what happens? Normal gene has to be replaced here, so that normal gene is able to produce a particular kind of, let us say, enzyme or hormone or a protein in order to bring out the function. Now that means over here that gene therapy, it is not a single, it is a collection of methods. Gene therapy is a collection of methods that allows correction of a gene defect that has been diagnosed in a child or embryo. Means what? If suppose that a child or an embryo, child means what here? After birth we are talking. Embryo means what? When the embryo was still developing. The child is not developed fully, not born, has not come into this world. So at the time when embryo is developing, at that time let us say it is diagnosed that some genetic disorder is going to develop, or the child who is going to be born after the fully development of the embryo, that is the fetus here, let us say in case of human being. So after the birth, the child will be having some genetic disorder, so that can be treated at different levels. For this, what happens here, that functional gene has to be inserted. For this, a functional gene has to be inserted into a person's cells and tissues in order to treat a genetic disease or a defect. Means the person who is having a genetic disorder or disease or defect, in order to treat that, what has to be done? A functional gene has to be inserted into the cells and tissues. Now this correction of the genetic disorder or genetic defect, it involves the delivery of a normal gene. मतलब जो डिफेक्टेड जीन है उसको करेक्शन करना है या उसकी जगह पे दूसरे सेल दूसरे जीन को इंसर्ट करना है, सो दैट जो डिफेक्टेड जीन फंक्शन नहीं कर पा रहा है उसकी जगह पर एक दूसरा नॉर्मल सेल आकर के वो फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर पाए. Once again, it has to be delivery of a normal gene into individual or embryo, either in the individual who is already born or otherwise in the embryo which is still developing, to take over the function of and compensate for the non-functional gene. Means what? Whatever non-functional gene is there which is not able to perform its function, so in place of that, when a normal gene is inserted into the individual or into the embryo, so that it takes the function or it performs the function of the non-functional gene, because non-functional gene was not able to perform that function. Now this can be of two types. Gene therapy can be of two types. One is the germ line gene therapy and the second one is somatic cell gene therapy. Once again, germ line gene therapy and somatic cell gene therapy. Let's understand first of all germ line gene therapy. This can be a permanent cure. See, germ line gene therapy is done in the gametes. Let us say over here the sperm or ovum. It can also be done in the zygote, and this zygote is going to divide into so many cells. That is the formation of embryo. The embryo development takes place, later on the fetus, and a child is born afterward. After fully development or fully developed fetus, after we have learnt about 9-month gestation period. Once again, what is that? In this case of germline gene therapy, what is done here? A functional gene is inserted or otherwise introduced into the germ cell here. What happens here? That a functional gene is inserted or otherwise introduced. Once again, a functional gene is inserted or introduced into the germ cell. Germ cell refers over here to the gamete, that is the sperm or the ovum, and this can also be done inserted or introduced into zygote also. What I said earlier, zygote is a single cell which has to divide now to form the embryo and later on the fetus. So if suppose that the correction or the introduction of a functional gene is done in the zygote, that means what? When the zygote is going to divide, all the cells of the embryo, fetus, and later on after birth even, all the cells will be having a functional gene. Non-functional gene will not be there, and if at all it is there, but the function is being performed by another functional gene, and this gene gets integrated into the genome and genetically modified. Means what? The foreign gene or the functional gene that has been inserted into the sperm or ovum or otherwise let us say in the zygote or embryo, what will happen? It gets integrated into the genetic material of the person, and as a result of that the person has been genetically modified, and as a result what happens here, that the non-functional gene will be replaced here because a functional gene has been already inserted. And this therapy can be inherited. Means what? This therapy can be inherited and then later on passed into later generation also, because that person's whole body is having this particular gene which is functional, and as a result of that, through reproduction, when the next generation is going to come, that next generation also will be able to inherit this functional gene. But the problem is that this is not allowed or it is not permitted here. This gene therapy, that is germline gene therapy, is not allowed or permitted at present. Some reasons are there, like for example let us say here safety reason, ethical reason, and some technical reasons are there, due to which this technique, that is this germline gene therapy, is not permitted. Permission is not granted for this. Nobody can go for this germline gene therapy. The second type is called as somatic cell gene therapy. Somatic cell means what? Apart from the sex organ, apart from the germ cells, apart from, let us say, your gamete or embryo or zygote, any other body part, when they are having some non-functional gene, gene is present in the body, and these non-functional genes are being, let us say, replaced by introduction or insertion of a functional gene in somatic cell. Somatic cell, like, let us say, bone marrow cell, or otherwise let us say here blood cell, and generally here blood cell WBC is utilized, and this is not inherited. Means here the functional gene that is introduced into somatic cell, this cannot be inherited into next generation. You can understand somatic cell means what? Apart from the sex organ, any other part of the body is being inserted with this functional gene. So as a result of that, the functional gene will not be passed from one generation to another generation through the gamete, because it is, over here we are talking only introduction into somatic cell, not into the germ cell, and this is allowed. Somatic cell gene therapy is allowed or permitted. So this is what? Permitted or allowed at present. Now let's come to an example. First clinical gene therapy was given to a 4-year girl. First clinical gene therapy was given in 1990 to a 4-year-old girl who was having a deficiency of an enzyme that is called as adenosine deaminase. This enzyme is what? Adenosine deaminase was not synthesized in her body, and due to that, in short ADA, adenosine deaminase को क्या बोलते हैं? ADA. So that means what? This enzyme which was not synthesized in this 4-year-old girl, means she was having deficiency for this enzyme. That means in short we can write as what? ADA deficiency. And this enzyme is very much important here. Important for what purpose? Important for the immune system to function properly, because this is related to immune system here. You know about the immune system. It is responsible for prevention and control of some infectious diseases. Means over here we are talking about the T and B cells, if you remember. Once again, what happens? This enzyme is important for the immune system to function properly. But if suppose that this enzyme is not present, it is absent, then what will happen? It leads to a condition which is called as SCID, that is severe combined immune deficiency. In the absence of this enzyme, what happens? It can lead to development of a severe combined immune deficiency, in short SCID. And here what happens actually? Accumulation of a substance, and this substance is actually toxic, and that substance is deoxyadenosine. Deoxyadenosine has to be converted into some other form with the help of this enzyme adenosine deaminase. But because this adenosine deaminase is not present in the person's body, what happens? This toxic substance accumulates in the body, and due to that, what happens? It is able to destroy the T cells and the B cell. And if T cells and B cells are destroyed, then what happens? The immune system of the person is affected. And this disorder over here is caused due to what? Due to the defective gene. This problem or this deficiency of enzyme adenosine deaminase is caused due to a defective gene, and this defective gene is present in chromosome number 20, and this, why it has become defective? Because of mutation. Because of mutation, single mutation takes place in chromosome 20, and due to that, what happened? The enzyme adenosine deaminase is not produced in the person's body. Once again, what happens? This disorder is caused by a defective gene which is not able to synthesize this enzyme adenosine deaminase, and the gene responsible for synthesis of this enzyme is present in on the chromosome 20, where what happens, it has undergone a mutation due to which the gene has become defective. Now in some children, two different what is it? Two different approaches are possible for the treatment of this deficiency, ADA deficiency. Two different approaches are possible. The first one is it can be cured by bone marrow transplantation. First approach is by bone marrow transplantation, and the second approach is that in that what happens, that this disease, that is the deficiency, can be treated by enzyme replacement therapy. Means what? The enzyme has to be provided to the patient, to the person who is having deficiency of ADA, and this is possible by injecting the functional ADA to the patient. Means this enzyme ADA has to be injected every time into the patient's body. But the problem again over here is this is again not a permanent cure. This is again what? A problem is that both these approach, either you go for bone marrow transplantation or otherwise injecting the functional ADA into the patient's body, this is not going to bring about a complete cure into the person. And in order to go with this process, the first step that was towards the gene therapy, what was done over here, let us see that lymphocyte, that is a kind of WBC, if you remember. Different kinds of WBCs are there, granulocyte and agranulocyte, and then one of them out of that 5 is lymphocyte, which is responsible for, you understand, the synthesis of antibodies or production of antibodies. So here what happened, the lymphocyte from the patient blood was taken. Once again, what is that? Lymphocyte from the blood of the patient was removed and it was grown in culture outside the body. And in this lymphocyte, you understand WBC means what? Nucleus is present, chromosome will be available, the genes are available here. So in this what happened, a functional gene was inserted here. A functional gene was first of all over here functional ADA-cDNA. ADA means what? Adenosine deaminase, and this is cloned DNA. cDNA, cloned DNA was linked with the retroviral vector. Retrovirus, you understand, RNA virus. RNA virus के साथ क्या किया, ये cDNA लिंक कर दिया गया. And then after that, this virus was allowed to infect the WBCs. Once again, what happened here? The functional ADA, that is adenosine deaminase cDNA, cloned DNA, was linked with the retroviral vector. Means the gene of this retrovirus, उसके साथ उसको link किया गया. And then it was allowed to infect the WBC, that is the lymphocyte over here. And then lymphocyte that was removed from the patient's body or patient's blood here, it was cultured outside the body, and in this lymphocyte what was infected? The retrovirus was allowed to infect, but before infecting it was linked with the ADA-cDNA. Means what? Adenosine deaminase के लिए वो gene जो चाहिए, functional gene which was cloned, and that's why it is over here cDNA we are talking. This was linked to the genome of retrovirus, and then this retrovirus was allowed to infect the WBC, that is the lymphocyte here, and then these lymphocytes were returned back to the patient's body. This was returned back to the patient's body. So as a result of that, what was possible here, that the gene is being inserted into the patient's body. But the problem is again over here that these WBCs or the lymphocytes are not immortal. They also have a lifespan. They will be able to live for a certain period, and after that they are going to die. So there is, that's why, a requirement for पीरियोडिक इन्फ्यूजन, मतलब थोड़े समय के बाद वापस ये सेम थिंग रिपीट करना पड़ेगा. The WBCs, that is the lymphocytes, has to be removed from the body of the patient, and then it has to be introduced with the cDNA with the use of retroviral vector, and then re-injected back into the body of the patient. So every now and then what happens here, this process has to be repeated. But if suppose that the same thing, same procedure was done, it was done at the time of embryonic stage, means when the embryo was developing, and at that time if this procedure is done, then this will lead to a permanent cure. Just have a look on this last point. If isolated gene from bone marrow cell producing ADA is introduced into cells at early embryonic stages, it could be a permanent क्योर. मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पर कि ये जो जीन आइसोलेट कर रहे हैं किसके लिए, एडीए के लिए, एडीए cDNA हमने जो बात किया, if this is isolated from the bone marrow cells and then introduced in the cells at which stage we are talking here, embryonic stage, so this may lead to a permanent cure. But the thing is that earlier I have discussed that this process is not allowed. Germline gene therapy is not permitted yet. Let's try to understand this. What happens here, the gene which is responsible for synthesis of ADA, that has been cloned, let us say, in the plasmid of a bacteria, that has been cloned over here. So that's why let us say here cDNA. And then the genetic material of the retrovirus, that is genetically disabled retrovirus, means what, this retrovirus is not able to cause any disease. So this is linked with the DNA that has been cloned in bacterial plasmid. Both of these are linked together. So as a result of that, now this viral DNA, or let us say over here the retrovirus is or has been linked with the cDNA. Now this is now used for infecting the lymphocytes here. So the T cells or lymphocytes are taken from the patient's body. T cell with disabled ADA gene isolated from SCID patient. ADA gene is disabled, means this enzyme adenosine deaminase is not being produced from the body of the patient. So as a result of that, what happens, these lymphocytes are removed from the blood, and then this retrovirus is used over here. So that what happens, this retroviral DNA or the RNA, whatever gene is there, it is able to infect onto this T cells. And as a result of that, what happens, the gene is going to become integrated. And so these lymphocytes are introduced into the patient's body. This is cultured. These cells are grown in culture to ensure ADA gene is active, in order to see that the ADA gene has become now active. And as a result of that, this lymphocyte that was taken from the patient body is injected back into the patient's body. And as a result of that, this is over here what we have discussed is somatic gene therapy. What we have discussed here, somatic cell gene therapy, means what, apart from the germ cell, that is the sperm or ovum, what is used here, lymphocytes has been used. But only thing is what, that this has to be repeated every time. Every now and then this infusion, that is removal of the lymphocyte, then the introduction of cDNA with the help of retroviral particle, that is the retrovirus over here, and then it has to be returned back to the patient's body. And this is not going to become a permanent cure. and neither it will be inherited here. So that was about gene therapy. Thank you.